Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and today I'm doing a little basement suite. I got a flight of stairs to do around the corner and this hallway and this little living area, plus I am cleaning this couch. Now I did pre-vacuum it very thoroughly. I have a hose hooked up to my hush tone and a nozzle on it. And this is a polyester rayon couch, pretty common fabric to come across, and it cleans up well. And today I'm going to clean it using the SETT method, which is soil extraction transfer technology. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it down first, and I would have used my nice new Ryobi sprayer, but I discovered that I must have accidentally left it on and it's gone dead on me, so I'm going to have to use my pump up sprayer, which I'd prefer not to use, but it's not as precise. But that's all right. Since I'm going to be cleaning the carpet anyway, I don't have to worry about any overspray, so we're not going to be concerned about that. So, and I'll be using my Black & Decker little OP machine there. So first of all, a little spray. Don't need to get it too wet. Now, one of the things when you run into rayon is usually when you get it wet, you'll see it will turn dark, and it takes on sort of a musty odor. And this, by the way, is a hide-a-bed. The Ryobi sprayer is a lot more precise than that. I'm not comfortable with that, but it's getting it, I think, pretty much wet enough. I've got a trigger sprayer with some Omega citrus in it sitting right beside me here too. So I'm going to put a little bit more on here. It's soaking it up pretty much. So let's see. So let's go to work. These are microfiber pads on here, and they are actually for a spin wave mop, and they work really well, and they have a nice, let's say, on the back side here, kind of that material that sticks to Velcro really well. I only saw a couple of marks on this couch when I was pre-vacuuming it, so it is in good shape. It needs a little more spray on there. It can actually be too dry, so you got to be aware of how much moisture is on the fabric. You don't want to over-wet it either, of course. Of course, this thing is doing an orbital motion. I would imagine it's doing about maybe at least 1,750 passes per minute on the fabric. So more and more guys are choosing to go this way with their furniture clean. And of course, it's going to be safe for a lot of fabrics that don't tolerate moisture too well. And the Omega Citrus, which I'm spraying on right now, is a neutral pH. It has citrus in there, obviously, which gives it really good grease cutting ability. And often on furniture, if we run into oily things, particularly on the arms where the hands are rubbing, and on the head, up on the head there where the head rubs, I will be grooming this furniture when I finish with it, because there's a little bit of a pile to it. The Black & Decker OP I'm using is available on Amazon. They're not very expensive, and it's just perfect weight, and ergonomically works very well the way the handle is. I find I'm using it more and more. I'm liking it. I did just an occasional chair the other day. That's all I had to do was one chair. And it was kind of a velvet fabric, and it really cleaned up nice with it. And of course it cleaned very quickly. And I didn't have to bring in a machine and fill it up with water and go through all that. So it's kind of like using the rotary to carpet clean. Using the SETT methodology is a good option. Sure is sucking up the moisture. It's just barely damp. And you saw me spray it. It went on there pretty heavy. Rayon is actually made of wood pulp. So it's a cellulose, and it will, if it gets oils on it, it tends to absorb the oils, and the oils, once into the interior of the hollow cellulose fiber, are basically impossible to get out. Over time it turns dark, and that's why you often have difficult cleaning rayon furniture. And depending on the style of fabric, it can actually tend to watermark easily. This one is not an issue because of the way the pile is anyway. Okay, so the cushions are done, other than grooming. The pad is actually getting a little bit dark. Yeah, I would not much rather use that Ryobi than this, but I'm going to be cleaning the carpet, so that overspray isn't a big deal at all. Otherwise, I wouldn't really recommend spraying with a sprayer like this. Not precise enough. I'm gonna mop up that overspray there. I'll use it. Okay. A little bit of darkness on the arms, but not bad. This isn't a very new couch, I'm very sure of that. You can see it is darkened a little bit on the top of the arm here. Yeah, it's fairly wet there. One thing you do want to be careful when you're doing with this type of method is you got to be very careful that you're not putting a fabric that won't tolerate the agitation, because some fabrics, if you do this, you actually can damage the threads. So you've got to be very aware of what fabrics you're cleaning. Don't just throw your throw yourself at anything. This will be a little bit awkward, I guess, but not bad. I'm used to using a lawn shorter, so this is actually easier than using the lawn shorter cleaning head. Actually, you can see this thing cleaning. Oh, that's quite something. You can see the line coming up toward me. It's really pulling up the soil. Quite impressive, really. Get in behind here. Make sure when you vacuum up on the top behind the cushion there. Often there's junk stuck in there. There was a little bit on this one. You can see the line right there. As I work my way up, you can see it changing color. Okay. And we'll get in behind here. Already got the vacuum now going back in here when I was vacuuming, so I really don't think there's any soiling gets in the back there, but good idea to vacuum it at least. Again, you can see the line right there. Okay, now I have the sides and the back. I'm just gonna spray them with this. It actually cleans up really nicely, this fabric. It really gets a shine back to it because it tends to hold a lot of dust. So I'm going to just go over right here because this is the most used portion on the couch. You can actually see that a little bit. And I'm actually going to change the pad. It's a rather startling difference, isn't it? This one was a little bit less white than that one there, but because it had already been used and laundered. So this actually is I haven't wetted this one yet. So this will pull out a little bit extra moisture. I just sprayed it again, you'll probably notice that. You know, these are the areas where we have the most soiling, is on the head and on the arms, of course. I'll go over this one a little bit more. And yeah, that arm is fairly wet, so I'm going to go over that as well with the dry pad. Okay, it's looking good. Rayon goes dark when it's damp, so it's sometimes a bit alarming when you see how dark it goes. I'm actually picking up virtually nothing now, which means that the first pad picked up virtually everything. Because this is these arms in the back was where the most soiling was, of course. All right, we're looking good. So now all I'm going to do is, by the way, I'm done. That's it, other than grooming. So I'll show you the tool I'll be using. The handy brush. And you just basically, show it on the cushions. It's still damp. It's not soaking, but it's damp. It's just exactly right. So to groom it, I'm going to want to go with the grain and just lay it all down. And that'll look just fine and dandy. So, and that spot right there, there was a spot there which I had pre-treated before I actually sprayed, and now the stain that was there is all gone. So there you go. Okay, so I'll just groom this now, and then I'll be finished, and then I'll do the carpet, and then my day will be done. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.